I know, we're all clinging to sanity, Francis. I just want to give a quick update on the Trump tariff situation and what he's talking about with dolls and pencils. People are not prepared for this, even if his numbers are being fed to him by smarter people than him, and he's just spouting off ranted, invented versions of all of it. Talking about little girls and dolls and the consumption of pencils by students in 2025. Let's just look at the numbers, though, and what those things may represent. He says that maybe people don't need 30 dolls, that kids can do with 2 dolls, and maybe they're a little more expensive. That would imply that 2 dolls are close in price to 30 dolls. That's a 15x increase in number of dolls as far as shipping companies and manufacturing companies are concerned. That's a 93.33% decrease in, let's say, toys. Obviously, that's a fill-in for toys. Now let's look at pencils real quick. Kids maybe only need 5 pencils instead of 250 because they cost a little more. 5 into 250, that's 50 times. That's 50x. That represents a 98% decrease in commerce of, let's say, pencils. But what does that really represent? Wood, graphite, aluminum, rubber, things that are imported, raw materials. A 98% decrease caused by prices going up. A 50x increase in what? Lumber, aluminum, rubber. Is it 100% increase in lumber prices while it's only a 30x increase in aluminum? Even if these numbers are wildly incorrect, the entitled American public is like the cat next to me. Lovely, sweet mostly, but not prepared for any of this. I ride my bike and I take public transit as much as I can, not as much as I should, but most people don't in this country. They freak out when gas goes up by 50 cents a gallon, which in California is about 10% of the price, because yeah, it costs a bit. But it's expensive to get yourself around by personal car. And people have just done it for so long, they don't understand that most of the world can't afford to do that. I just turned 40, and I was raised by grandparents who lived through the tail end of the Great Depression and the tumultuous years afterwards, before wealth was really built up and you get into the later decades of the American Empire. They still remembered the Great Depression. My grandpa remembered the midst of it. He lived in a mansion and still didn't go out to eat, ate canned fruit, saved his aluminum foil, did all the cliched things, rinsed out Ziploc bags, did all that stuff. He raised people that lived in other borderline mansions and just relished in all of the excess prosperity and eating out and going to shows and buying trucks all the time and buying ski boats. And those were my parents. They now live in deteriorating neighborhoods where the wealth is hollow. They still eat out. They still do all the flashy surface things. And they raised kids who, even though we work hard, can't afford to buy houses. Many are in much more debt than I am because they had to. They were told to go to school. They were told it costs a bunch. They were told you'll make it up in your professional life. Don't worry. And now we're going to face a 50x increase in the price of the elements that go into a pencil, and it's not going to lead to societal collapse? I know this is going a lot of directions and it's my first video on this channel, but I just felt like I had to say something eventually. I have a friend who's from a Norse country and I love the dude, but he has some misguided ideas, and he feels that America has a harder time dealing with these issues because of our ethnic mix and religious mix. He thinks that people that are ethnically or historically related are more likely to help each other. I live in a neighborhood who's 80+% Latino, and most of our homeless population is Latino. And all of the homeowners and the renters who cosplay as homeowners would like nothing less than those homeless people to just be gone and never think about where they went. And this is not to pick on Latino people, it's just where I live. The white neighborhoods all over my town do it to the white homeless people, and on and on and on. We are not prepared for what's coming. I've learned to live on very little money, but most people are not going to handle this well. Good luck, everybody out there. It's going to get weird. And to the 3 people that eventually see this video, maybe I'll get better at this.